Good morning, children. This is third chapter which I am taking you. Animal fiber. Already I explained you the life cycle of a silkworm. Now here I am explaining you about the wool fibering. What are the processes involved in wool fabrics to make wool fabrics? Already see Nilima visited there, isn't it? So here what we have discussed about the wool fabrics are, we get wool from the animals like yak, goat, sheep, camel, alpaca, isn't it? Chiru. These are the animals which gives us wool, isn't it? And so here merino sheep yields how much wool will be yielded by a merino sheep? About 18 kgs of wool. It is very soft wool, good quality wool, isn't it? And in the same way, Pashmira goat also gives you good quality of wool. Camel, the wool of camel is coarse, rough, isn't it? It lives in the Rajasthan and the hair of the camel is rough. What do you call the hair of the sheep? Fleece, or collectively it is called fleece or fur. So this we have discussed about this. Where you find this Angora goat also is famous for its wool. Angora or Pashmina goat, or what do you call it, merino sheep. These animals are famous for wool quality of wool. It is very soft wool. Per year you get 18 kgs of wool from merino sheep. You find these animals in a hill station where the cold climate will be there. In such regions you will get the merino sheep, yak, alpaca or Pashmina goat. You find in these regions like Jammu Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Uttaranchal, Himachal Pradesh, or Sikkim, Haryana, Punjab. In such places you find these animals are reared in large farms. Okay, fine. Now here, what do you call the cutting of the wool from the body of the sheep? It is called as the wool will be cut by using a special razor will be there. That razor will be used to take the hair. The hair of the sheep is called as fleece. It is called as fleece, or you can call it as a fur. Usually this will be done in the spring season. The cutting of the fleece will be done in the spring season or in hot summer. Spring season. Why? This fleece or fur protect the animal body from the extreme cold conditions. This is the reason they cut the fleece from their body in spring season. This is the main reason. So what do you call the cutting of the hair from the body of the sheep? Shearing. It is called as shearing. Now next, what they do after cutting, bulk in different colors will be there. Brown, black, white usually. Brown, black, white colors will be there. They keep it in the large tank. Nowadays machineries are there. Nowadays for all this processing machineries are there. In short period of time they complete the work, processing it. Isn't it? So they take the large tank with the water, they add some chemicals, they add some alkalines in the water. Why they add? See, before cutting they apply the grease to the body of the sheep so that no injury should take place on the skin of the sheep. Isn't it? So they dip it in the water and they use the spade. They use the spade to sparing purpose. Completely they spade it thoroughly. So with this process the grease or dirt or dust will be removed. Then they take it out from the tank. They dry it by passing the cool air. This process is called scouring. It is called scouring. Washing of the fleece is called scouring. Next, what they will do? They dry it by passing the cool air. Now, they separate it out the color wise all the fibers. it out, white, brown or what, or sizes also. Some are long, bigger inside, some are shorter inside, they separate. Or whatever the dry leaves will be there, because these animals roam here and there. Definitely some foreign bodies will be there, dry leaves and all will be there, that will be removed. So this process is called sorting, separation of the fleece according to the size of the fibers. Now, next process will come bleaching. White color, they make it colorless. They make it colorless. That is called bleaching. They make it colorless. They remove the extra colors from the fibers. That is called bleaching. Dye means they use that fibers for applying different colors. You know, wool you will get in different colors, isn't it? You get different colors. Wool you will get it in the different colors. That is called dyeing method. They dye the woolen fibers by using different colors. This is over. Now combing. Combing means they use the long metal teeth. They use the long metal teeth. How we comb the hair to remove the tangles and all? So they use, to straighten the fiber, they use combing method. To straighten the fiber, they use the combing method here. And they remove the shorter fibers. Short fibers they remove, smaller fibers they remove, they use it for other purposes. Isn't it? Caps and all they make it. Next is after combing, spinning is there. They spin the fibers by using 2 or 3 woolen fibers to make it a strong fiber. To make it a strong yarn, spinning will be done. By using machineries only, they do nowadays with spinning. Then they roll it into a ball. They pack it into a balls, isn't it? So by rolling and twisting, see it is, crimps will be there in the wool. Tangles will be there to make it straight, to separate it. So that is rolling and they make it into a ball. How the balls you will get it? Like these balls. Understood? Next process is, very important process is weaving and knitting. Now everything is over. Last part of the woolen fabric is weaving and knitting. Weaving will be done by using machineries, hand looms or power looms. Power looms with the electricity. Weaving is common in silk fiber as well as the woolen fiber. This is similar, isn't it? They use the machineries or they use hand looms also. With the hand also they weave the woolen fabrics. Knitting, a purely handmade process. Knitting is a purely handmade process. It is, they take long needles will be there. 2 long needles they take. The needles will be like this. They make the rings on this. Loops, these are called loops and rings. Isn't it? 2 needles they take for knitting purposes. 2 needles they take for knitting purposes. How the knitting will be done? See here, it is a homemade process. See, this is called knitting process. So we can make sweaters, we can make shawls, hand gloves, socks, sweaters, isn't it? Many more woolen items you can make, woolen dresses you can make with the help of knitting. A knitting process. This is purely handmade. Now here the thread which goes top to bottom, the thread which goes top to bottom is called a back thread. It is called a back thread. The fiber, the yarn, the woolen thread which goes to side is called a weft thread. Weft. Back thread from top to bottom, weft thread from side to side, it goes, isn't it? It is called a weft thread. So we use shuttles, needles also there, we use long needles also there, crochet needles also there for knitting purposes. Varieties of needles you will get it in the market, isn't it? So here knitting knitting is purely handmade, and weaving you can do by your hand looms also, or power looms also we can use. Power looms means with electricity it works, isn't it? So here this fiber also, I mean woolen fiber also made up of proteins only. It is made up of proteins only. Now wool is a poor conductor of heat. Wool is a poor conductor of heat. Why? Because air is trapped in between the woolen fibers. When you wear the sweater, the outside air will not enter into our body and the body heat will not go out. It traps the air in between the holes which is there in the woolen fiber. It prevents the flow of heat from our body to outside. It prevents the outside air to enter in our body. So our body will be warm in winter season when you wear the sweaters or shawls, isn't it, long coats, whatever. This is the reason. Now suppose if person catches a fire, if person catches a fire, full body is burning, is running means air helps in burning the things, isn't it? Air helps in burning things and the body will burn severely. So at that moment, at that time, what you have to do? Take immediately a blanket. Take blanket and cover his body, completely cover the body to prevent the air to enter into the body. With this, the fire will be put off and you can save the person to some extent. You can save the person also, isn't it? So, with this, we have completed this topic. Thank you, children.